episode of Cinematic Analysis, and today is a very, very special occasion. Oh, I'm so excited! We are going to be doing all this month horror, because obviously it's October, bitch. You know what's up. You know what's good. You know what's happening. Okay, so first episode of the month, of course, naturally, as always, as of recently at least, top 10. So we're here to do our top 10, or for me, top 20.
Of course. Are we surprised? No.
You have too many. I can't. I love horror movies. Okay, I just do. But before we get into our list, let's get on with intros. Starting with none other than Julian.
Hey, howdy, hey, motherfuckers. Welcome to another episode of Cinematic Analysis. It's been quite a while. It's been since the video game episode, which we did a month ago. And hopefully I can make it through a Cinematic Analysis episode without being interrupted. But and I don't have to leave early, so yeah. I'm excited. I also have a top 20.
Next up, we have Mr. Jason Bailey.
Yes, hello. Cinematic Analysis Horror Movies Month. Time to be scared.
Scared, you say?
Hip to be scared.
No.
Yeah, true.
We banned puns.
Oh shit, you're right.
I don't have any hips right now.
I thought that was a Moshcast thing, but okay.
No, that's all.
All of them, okay.
Hips.
Next up, we have my Judgment Day brother in Christ, amen, Mr. Lucas Atencio.
He is our resident edge.
It's as always, it's Poppy once again. That's not Rhea Ripley once again, but hello. We're doing this, and we're doing I have a top 12 list. Well, technically 15, but I got a couple ties in my list. But we're gonna see where this goes again. Your favorite analytical and your favorite individual around here, D. Lucas Tencio. Let's get this started.
Obviously, you know me. I'm Sid. Hello. Nice to see you again. I fucking love horror movies, if you didn't know already. Now you do. All right. So, how we're going to start this off is we're going to have one person say all of theirs. If they want to explain a little bit, we don't want to spend too much time on it because we want to get into the real list. That's fine. But we're going to go in order. So, the order will be for honorable mentions, Julian, Lucas, and then myself. And then from there, I'll figure out where to go. So, Julian, start off with your honorable mentions.
Hang on a second. Just making some last minute adjustments. But yeah, I have a top 20, so this is going to be difficult. But I got it done very last minute. I got the honorable mentions very last minute, but anyway, starting off with number 20, this is going to be a weird one. I know Sid's going to be very upset. I have Scream as my honorable mention. Yeah.
I don't like this anymore.
Well, shit. But yeah, Scream, iconic. Love Ghostface. Number 19, I have Creepshow. Love that
movie.
Yeah. Then I have the Amityville Horror. I love that movie. Cabin in the Woods. I definitely thought that was a really good horror movie. Just going through them briefly. Carrie. I have Carrie. I know.
Ow!
The next one I have is just recently saw this one. Creeped me the fuck out, but I absolutely loved it. Pearl. I absolutely loved Pearl.
No, I don't want to hear another about it.
I know. I'm not going to explain anything about it. All I'm going to say is it's fucking good and creepy as hell. So, yeah. Then next up I have is The Fog, an old school movie. Nosferatu. I love the old school horror movies and monster. I know, Sid, you're very hesitant on.
It's not even just that. It's which one are we talking about? Because there's like so many different versions of them. Are you talking like the 1920?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, I couldn't get 5 minutes through that. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
Anyway, yeah, a lot of these I have like Universal monster movies, but Not this next one. Number 12, I have, I don't know if this counts as a horror movie, but I'm going to go with it. Parasite.
It's more of a thriller.
It's more of a thriller? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there were horror movie. That's why I was asking, because I absolutely adored Parasite. But I did have another one. I had the 1933 Invisible Man.
I actually like that movie a lot.
And yeah, and then number 11, I have Hellraiser.
Okay.
Oh, just barely. I should have put
All right.
this.
Lucas.
All
Go
right,
for
I
it,
got
brother.
3. I got 3 now. So my first one at number 13 is Wolfman,
Ooh.
which we did 2010 one actually. I don't know. I didn't really like. The original is like like the planting seed of that. But for me, I did not like the black and white like kind of style. I don't know. There's something about that just doesn't hit for me. So we're making it to this and like making it a lot more gorier. I love. At number 12, I have Wrong Turn too. And I know that some people again don't really like the cannibalism, but just for me in general, it creeped me the fuck out, and I just personally just love that scare. In the opening scene too, just. And at number 11, I got Reanimator.
Okay, give me 1 minute. You can talk about the movie if you want to.
So I don't know. It's just something about Reanimator. Just make it just something like. I don't know. It just feels like very experimental, but also feel like something you feel if a science says mess up something. Actually, that's what it felt like to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I had to grab another thing. Okay. So, at number 20, I have Suspiria from 2018.
Oh,
I've seen the original, so I want to get that out of the way. I liked the original as well, but I really loved the 2018 version as it felt creepier. Mia Goth is also in that too, and she's fucking great. I mean, if you didn't see X, go fucking see that. That shit was good.
And go see Pearl.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to see that. I heard that was really, really good. But Suspiria, I feel like had more of the storyline work really well with the big twist. I really liked it, and I thought some scenes were really fucked up and creepy as shit, and I really, really liked that. At number 19, we have this classic right here.
Oh,
The Silence of
really?
the Lambs. I love this movie. I could not put it in my top 20. I couldn't. Fucking phenomenal. Everything about it. The casting is phenomenal. Sir Anthony Hopkins as fucking Hannibal Lecter is just creepy as shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And there's so many good quotes that come from this movie. Like, it's just so memorable. And it's very much ahead of its time. I think this came out in the early 90s, if I am not mistaken. 1991.
91, yeah.
Very, very good. At number, what am I at? 18?
18.
We have Dr. Sleep.
Oh, I thought that
Wow.
was
I love this movie. I love this movie. I love this movie. I love this movie. I love Ewan McGregor. I love that man to death. I also just really love Stephen King shit. So there's that. Number 7. What am I at? 17?
17.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have. I don't have anything for this. 28 Days Later. It is by far probably the best zombie film I have ever fucking seen. It's so fucking good. Like it just is. Number 16, I can pull something out for this one. And this is not a movie, but it is a Funko Pop. You know where she's from. Bride of Chucky. Oh my god, that movie is my entire childhood. It just is. I love the Chucky franchise minus that fucking remake. I refuse to fucking see that. Mark Hamill, I love you so much. No.
Don't remake that, please.
Don't remake it. It's so fucking good though. It's everything about it is the 90s, and if you know me, you know I love the 90s. It's so good. Number 15, we have Psycho. I want to preface this.
Wow.
It took me so long to see this movie because I cannot sit through a black and white film.
Same.
I couldn't because of my ADHD and
Same.
I would get just so fucking tired every time I would try to watch not Psycho but just any type of movie. But I feel like now that I'm older, I wanted to at least give it a shot. It was so fucking good, like fucking phenomenal. The second one was good too. I haven't seen the third one. And there's another one after that. And I will not be seeing that remake because it's literally just word for word of fucking Psycho. Why would I waste my time on that? All right. Number 14, we have kind of a new one. It is Fear Street Part 1, 1994.
Wait till you get my 10.
First of all, I love Maya Hawke. So when I heard that she was in a horror movie, even though she's not in it, very long, spoiler alert, I knew I had to see it. I didn't know what she did. I don't know what was going on, but I had to see it. And I fucking loved it. I mean, I liked the entire franchise. 1666 was not really my favorite. It's probably my least favorite of them all, but it was still good. Still had its moments. What was it? 70 what? 76?
70. Oh god.
I think it was 76. That one was
76.
really good too. That one I would probably tie with part 1. Those were both very, very good. I loved them both so much. Number 13. I know a lot of people don't consider this a horror movie, but a lot of people do. It is a Tim Burton film.
I know exactly.
What do you think it is? Take a guess.
Wait. Isn't that Before Christmas?
Nope.
It's not. It's
Nope.
not what I'm thinking of.
Number 13. Number 13. Hold on. Someone is calling me on fucking Discord.
No.
There we go.
Delete.
Number 13 is Beetlejuice.
Oh,
I love
hate that.
Beetlejuice. I love it so much.
Fuck.
Sorry, now they're calling my phone. I love Beetlejuice so fucking much. It's so funny. It's so good. I can't wait for the second one to come out. I'm so excited to see what they do with that. Number 12. We reviewed this remake on the podcast back in February. This was the only thing that we reviewed in February because
I remember.
we couldn't
I
find
know what you're
it.
talking about.
But mine is the original. If you remember, you can say it. What
My
is it?
Bloody Valentine.
It is My Bloody Valentine, but
Well-
on my list, it's the original. We watched the
original
remake.
one.
Yeah.
We just shat on
Yeah. Well, I really like both versions, so this is very difficult for me to pick because anyone that knows me knows I love Supernatural and knows that I love Jensen Ackles. And he was in the remake. But I ultimately really liked the original more. I felt like the twists in both films are different, but you don't really see it. At least for me, you don't. But it was really good nonetheless. I really fucking loved it, and I loved the creepy aspect of the original. So my next one is I just dropped a fucking Funko Pop. Tiffany fell. I hope she didn't fucking break. Anyways, this next one, you can kind of see a little bit of a hint right here. But Trick or Treat from 2007.
7.
I fucking love that movie so much. I was not expecting to like it, to be completely honest with you. It was very funny. It just was. And I loved that it was broken up into different parts, but it still connected and it still went together. It was so good. And I believe that they are going to be making a second one. So I'm very fucking excited to see what they do with that. So I'm going to wait for Julian to come back because we're going to go Julian, Lucas, myself, and then Jason. So give me 1 second.
If he comes back.
Now we're on the list.
Better. I think he's coming back right now.
Okay.
Tiffany didn't break. We're good. We're
Yay,
still
Tiffany
good.
break.
We're still good.
All right.
Oh, fuck you.
Julian,
You came back here in a hurry.
you missed my entire fucking list.
I heard you.
Oh, you did? Okay. So go. You're starting off with number 10.
Yeah, I was just trying to find all my movies that I had. I only found 4 of them, but that's perfectly fine.
Go ahead.
Oh, I need to catch my breath first. Holy shit. I was in such a hurry.
I could tell.
So number 10. I don't have a DVD of this, unfortunately, but oh man. I love the Universal monster movies. I fell in love with those a lot over the past 2 years. One of my personal favorites has always been The Werewolf in London. Not the American Werewolf in London. I'm talking about the original one that was it was black and white. It was set in 1935. Just the overall imagery of it. It was really one of the first like horror movies that was like shot super differently. Like a lot of the horror movies back then were they didn't have a lot of the close-ups and they didn't really focus on the angles. It was mostly just like one shot, like one giant scene. That was like the first like horror movie or movie in general where they shot it from different angles. And like the makeup and like all the different costumes and the set designs were just absolutely unbelievable. And it really just helped really shape the face of what horror would become or monster movies would become. And yeah, I've just always really had a big appreciation for The Werewolf in London. So yeah, that's my number 10.
All right, Lucas. What's
All
your
right,
number 10, brother?
I got a tie for number 10. So I got Fear Street Part 2. And I also got The Mist.
Okay. The Mist was good. I liked The Mist. That made me cry. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit made me cry.
With The Mist, I'll be real with you. Like, I think it's like they have all these little spiders comes out. They know it's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god, I was like, oh hell. I walked away like, oh hell, no.
Tell me about it.
But it was just like again the imagery of just like this natural thing again, just a fog thing will kill you or it would take you away or some shit like that. And the ending just said to made me cry. Like I was like, okay, this is dark as hell. Okay.
It's really sad.
And with Fear Street Part 2, when they go back, me and my best friend Kai watched the first two, the first and second one. And I definitely liked the first one, but the second one to me just hit different for me. I don't know, like just the imagery of the end, where both of them are just lying together, or just how it just feels like again, like when you go underground, someone's gonna get fucked. Actually,
Yeah.
and not like pause. Then sound
Not like
pause.
that. I know what you mean.
Pause.
Keep going.
But-
Keep going.
But but I just like it, and again, like it's like a flashback to what happened, and they're trying to like figure out like how to conquer all these monsters and demons and what the hell they were called back then. And I haven't seen the second one in 2 months, so I don't remember exactly what the top of my head, but it was awesome. I love it.
Okay. My number 10, Aliens. Not the first one, not Alien, but Aliens. Personally,
Multiple.
I really liked the second one. The third one pissed me off because they undid everything from the second film. And normally I'm not the type of person to really like a lot of sequels, but for some reason I do. As of late at least. But I really loved that there was more stuff that went on in the second film, and we saw more of Ripley kind of develop. And
Yeah.
God damn it, Lucas. I saw what you did, you little shit.
I didn't see it.
He did the Rhea Ripley thing because I said Ripley. What, Lucas?
Daisy, hold on. Oh shit.
Oh my god. But yeah, I really loved Aliens. It was really fucking good. I just everything about it was really good. It's just a great sequel. Okay, Jason, What is your number 10?
So I haven't seen this movie in a while, but number 10 is Saw. Saw, just the way the storylines were written, it can really give you the creeps, and I love that.
Real. Yeah, that. I'm actually surprised it's that low. Holy shit.
Well, just wait. Is that all you had to say, Jason? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this because I don't remember much about this movie, but
Because it's been a while.
But you did like it,
yes,
though.
I
Enough
did
to
like
put it on your list. Yeah.
All
right.
It's worthy enough to be on my list at least. It just
He said Saw.
Storylines really they did a great job to give you the creeps.
All right, Julian, number 9.
I went a little old school. Very old school.
That low?
Hey, nice.
I did put the Evil Dead this low. I mean, the disc is not in the thing properly. Okay. Well, but I mean, what else could I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? Like, it's an absolute classic, and just as the right amount of gore, and like Bruce Campbell, come on. Like, I feel like that's all I can really say. It's Bruce Campbell makes this fucking film what it is. And just like, there's so much I want to say.
I'll talk about it later. So I'll just save it for me. I'll talk about it.
I'll happily save it for you because there's so much I want to say, but I want to wait until you talk about it.
I got so much to say. Anyways, Lucas, what's number 9?
Number 9. You see the shirt, but it's not the exact. Actually, it's the second one. I got a 2018 Halloween on here.
Oh,
Here's the
that
reason
one
why
was
I
good,
got
though.
them. I did not like the Rob Zombie one. I did not necessarily like. I think it was the third one. I think they did.
Yeah,
But
Season of the Witch. Yeah.
I didn't. It was good at concept, but failed execution.
What, Julian?
But
wasn't there a Halloween movie where they didn't have Michael Myers?
Yeah, that's Season of the Witch.
That was season. Okay.
He technically was in it, though. He was just on the TV, so we didn't actually see him.
Yeah, but it still is just. Why even call it Halloween if he's going to make a very brief appearance?
The reason they kept it as a Halloween movie is because they were going to develop it into more than just Michael Myers. Like, it was going to be like creepy shit that happened on Halloween, kind of like what Trick or Treat is. How they have a bunch of those like stories in the film.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
I think that's what they were going to do, and then it didn't really do well. But the more time has gone on, it's gotten better praise. Like, it's not a bad movie. I mean, I'd rather watch that than fucking Resurrection.
Yeah.
With the fucking
shit.
scene. Yeah, that's just bad. It was so bad, but
no comment.
Also, Lucas, I do have to say, with the Rob Zombie ones, the only good one that he did was the first one, because it went back more into Michael's background from a kid. And the cast was good. I loved the cast.
Yeah. It's just the second one just threw me off, and
it's bad.
I don't know, but the 2018 one to me again is kind of like the continuous story of the original, I think, and basically the one that kills that I love in the movie, where basically Michael Myers is looking at one of the doctors. I forgot his name, but he basically just stomps his fucking head off, and I just love that fucking scene. I love that scene. And yes, we did get, unfortunately, ends, but...
You mean kills?
Kills.
You mean kills.
I mean kills.
I got you.
But, you know, this movie to me just feels like a welcome home movie to me. It felt like a welcome home movie to the original. Again, they did the intro again with Michael, like, on the pumpkin. And anything like that in the intro. Right. I love that one, and how they remake the original theme song a little bit as well. And it's just something about the prison when he was in the prison that he was in the beginning too, and they show him the mask and anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like, oh, you done fucked up.
You done fucked up. You dead as fuck. You dead as hell. He needs some milk.
A.D.
Honestly, I would not rather go against like 2018 Michael Myers. Like, just no. Like this one have like
any Michael Myers.
Yeah, exactly.
Any of them. But this one specifically, just like
A lot stronger.
no, that's strong. Yeah, a lot stronger. They held the gas station scene. I mean, look at that.
Oh yeah.
So, 2018 Halloween. I'm hoping Halloween ends off in a good note. I hope to God it does, but we'll see.
Just know that Halloween Ends does take place 4 years after Kills, but I do want to talk a little bit about just briefly on the 2018. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. Goddamn ADHD brain. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I got it. They actually do mention this in the film, and this was like the biggest question that people had when this movie was announced as a reboot was, are they going to continue the storyline that went down between him and Laurie? Or what are they gonna do? They undid all of it. Laurie is not Michael's sister. So if you really wanted that storyline, you wouldn't watch any of the other Halloween films. Because in those storylines, minus the third one, because that doesn't involve Michael. Michael and Laurie are sisters. And the same goes for the Rob Zombie ones. But I do like that they undid it. I feel like this makes a lot more sense for the storyline. And I know that anyone who worked on the original film did not want them to be sisters. They did not like the idea of it. So there's that. My number 9, Jason kind of talked about it, but mine is different.
What you got?
Mine is the second one.
Saw 2?
Saw 2.
Really?
Saw 2.
I really liked Saw 2 more than Saw 1. I feel like the twist in 1 was good, but the twist in 2 was so much better. The fact that Amanda came back for a second film, I know she came back after that, but we're just talking about the second one, came back for her second film, and then turns out she was fucking working with fucking John Craven the whole time. That twist was so much better than the fucking first one. So much better. And, oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I really liked it. I did. I don't really know what else to say about it other than, Jason talked a little bit about the first one, so a lot of what he said kind of goes hand in hand with the second one. So, Jason, what's your number 9, brother?
9 happens to be a movie that we reviewed. My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, you got the remake!
No. It's the original one.
You got the original too! Oh, I love that.
Not the remake. Fuck the remake.
Well,
no.
It's got Jensen Ackles in this one. Yes, please.
Yeah,
I say the Have you seen that, man?
I say the original one is way better. It has better production in it, and then I think the writing is better in there.
The writing's definitely better in
I
the
definitely got the creeps in it, and that's something I like about horror movies.
Yep. All right, Julian, number 8.
Okay. Number 8. Sid kind of touched on it in their honorable mentions, but how could I not?
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs.
Oh my god, man. Just this movie could not have been perfectly casted. This could not have been perfectly casted. The man that plays Hannibal Lecter is unbelievable. Like, didn't he come back for another film?
He came back for Red Dragon, which I own that, and then he came back for Hannibal, which is the most fucked up out of the entire franchise.
Oh, yeah, I remember Hannibal very well. Yikes. But again, like, this is the best written horror movie, I think, the best shot. the most insanely gory horror movie I think I've seen so far. I'm sure we're gonna get even more gory as the future comes, but it's just like they could not have picked a better person to play Hannibal Lecter. And just like his creepy ass like one-liners and just the sound effects he would just be just it makes you uncomfortable. But that's the point of a good horror film. It's not supposed to make you feel happy. It's supposed to make you creeped out and uncomfortable. And this movie did just that. And there's a reason why it's one of the most critically acclaimed horror movie films ever. And yeah, I love it. So yeah, that's my number 8.
Lucas.
All right. My number 8 goes to a well-known franchise, to say that much, probably the most popular, well-known, and that is Friday the 13th. But I got part 4.
Okay.
Final chapter.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember that one. You have to refresh my memory.
I was going to put Jason Lives on there, but I was like, I like the 4th one better. And I have an action figure of it, but I don't know where the hell it went. I lost all the accessories and on some masks or whatever, but whatever. So the reason why I like it so much is because specifically the end of the movie where basically Jason, basically go gets the final girl. I forgot her name again, but basically just goes on and the one scene he slides with his own machete with his face on it, which is like, I was like, holy shit, they actually killed him. But Jason lives. He didn't die. But just overall,
like
just that scene overall in general, I think with Jason's like human death was like his best kill, my personal opinion. And just about that movie is just a classic to me. And yes, there's a lot of parts of the movie. There's some good, there's some mediocre ones, there's some really bad ones. I'm looking at you, freaking New Beginning. But
yeah.
But yeah, part 4 is just to me one of the best ones, honestly.
I want to add something real quick.
Okay.
One thing I want to say about the final chapter, Corey Feldman played Tommy Jarvis. And Corey Feldman's also known for making one of the worst albums of all time.
But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I know, but still, I just wanted to bring that up for everyone that doesn't know who Corey Feldman is. And apparently he's also he made a comeback this year with his music career, and it's just exactly what you think it's like. It's bad. So you know what?
Just let kill you. Just let Jason kill you.
Yeah, honestly, let Jason kill Corey Feldman.
All right, Corey. Boom, boom. Good shot.
No, it would be machete, not a gun.
Oh, machete. Anyway. Okay, I'll hit him my remote.
Okay, number 8. Obviously, original Halloween film, phenomenal, one of a classic, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jamie Lee Curtis, one of the best fucking final girls in history of horror, aside from Sidney Prescott. I'm also biased.
You're not biased.
Are you about to talk shit on my girl Sidney Prescott?
No, I'm just saying.
Not you, Lucas. I'm looking at Julian.
He's looking away.
Continue.
Okay. Anyways.
On your face.
Halloween, great film. It's just phenomenal. Everything about it, the storyline, the music score, of course. Like everything about it is fucking phenomenal. It's creepy as fuck. I loved it. It was one of my favorites as a child. Jason, number 8.
Number 8 has to go with Friday the 13th.
Which one?
Yeah, pretty much what y'all talked about. It's a classic franchise, and pretty much what you guys talked about. And I like how I'm in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God, I knew that joke was.
So you're the one that was drowning as a kid. So is that what you tell me? You're basically were dead for like 25 years.
Yeah, he's the Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason.
Yeah.
Jason X is so much fucking worse.
I know. Trust me, I know. I've seen Jason X. Didn't they do a remake of Friday the 13th in 2010?
2009, Jared Padalecki was in it because that was the same time that they did My Bloody Valentine, because both Jared and Jensen are in Supernatural.
That makes sense.
In all seriousness, I enjoyed the first one more because I think it has a strong start to a great franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, you are talking about the first one. I didn't know which one you're talking about.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, did we review that one?
Which one?
Did we review the first one, Jason?
Friday the 13th?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
My guess is the second one.
I don't think we reviewed any of the Friday the 13th
You
films.
didn't do any of them.
Not yet, at least.
Let me check, actually.
I'll have a look back.
Yeah.
Actually, you do that, Lucas.
Julian, number 7.
Jason, you son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my number 7 is Friday the 13th.
First one?
The first one. Pretty much everything you just said. It really was the start to a great franchise, and
Aside from my joke.
And yeah, but your joke was not bad. Just, I'm sorry, the person they casted to play, you killed my Jason. Just how Jason Voorhees came to be. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. And just, yes, it's not the best slasher film of all time. I will go on record saying that, but it really started one of the most notorious franchises in horror. So I enjoyed it for what it was. It's not the greatest horror movie of all time, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was great.
I have yet to play the games that I've seen.
The game's not that great.
The Friday the 13th one, it is good. It just it's only not. It's good. It just needs updates. But the only reason it's not getting updates is because of the lawsuit. It's a good game. I mean, it's like Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I forgot about that lawsuit they were doing. Yeah,
it's a good game. I really like it.
Yeah.
Lucas, what's your number 7?
Number 7 is a tie. So, I got American Psycho and Final Destination.
Which one? There's two. Okay, good. Thank you.
First one. I was tempted to go with the second Final Destination, but I like the first one a lot better. And the one that kills I love the first one is when the train hit him in the head, and you got to have it by a freaking train, and just like the concept of just like death itself is getting you, and it's just the random just death just getting you like that. I just love about that one. And also we got a cameo from freaking who played freaking Candyman. Like, what else can you ask for?
Tony Todd.
So, and also American Psycho. Like, what else can you say about that one? I don't know what it was about this movie, but it just hit me in a different way. And one of my favorite things about this movie is just like how he just with Bateman was. He's supposed to be a worker, and he just comes up with all these like lies that these people believe. Even though we see him just beat the shit out of Jared Leto and kill him, and we also
what about
see
Jared Leto dying?
Hey, that'd be a great thing. But anyways, I would have a dream he died. But anyways, just American Psycho in general, just like I don't know, man. Just what else can I say about it? Just a great fucking movie. Great movie.
Okay. You're gonna be surprised that this is very low, but when you hear the rest of my list, you'll understand.
Really?
Number 7.
Number 3.
No. When you hear number 3, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm fucking dumb, of course."
Oh, okay, just you got it.
Just wait. This movie holds a very special place in my heart. Yes, I have the book. I haven't read it yet. I plan on it. When you see the other one, you'll know why I haven't read it yet. This was the first horror movie I ever saw. I was like 5. And it's what got me into the genre. And the reason I love horror so much is obviously because of this movie, but whenever I'd go over to my grandparents' house on the weekends, we'd always watch a horror movie. Me, my grandfather, my brother, and my cousin. And that was something that I will always hold special in my heart, even after he passed away. The only thing that I really knew to do was horror. That was like the one thing that really, other than another thing, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's like really triggering and it's a lot. And that's not what we're talking about here. But it was just the one thing that's always kept me sane. And I will always be forever grateful to my grandfather for showing me these movies. And yeah, but Carrie, I love Carrie so much. Fuck that stupid ass fucking remake. That shit is trash. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
What? The Jazz Nursing one?
Yes, that's
Well,
that's
we were-
actually not the only remake. There's another remake from 2002. It's
that was
just
the
as
second
bad.
one.
No, there's Carrie, the second one, which is her sister. There's one from 2002, and then there's the 2013 one.
Hold on. Wait,
Trust
what?
me, I fucking know this shit. I wish I didn't. This movie was a classic. It always will be. I mean, this was like one of the things that really put John Travolta on the map, other than Saturday Night Fever. I believe this was his first movie role, and he did phenomenal. Same with Sissy Spacek. Both great people in our fucking generation. I mean, they're just fucking actors. Everything about the movie was just so creepy and fucked up, and it was so good. It was just so good. I really loved it. It really is such a classic that, you know, shows and movies have like mentioned this film or done a scene where it was like something similar. Like there's a scene in Glee where they're at prom and one of them gets a bucket of red slushy thrown on them. So obviously it was a throwback to Carrie or a callback to Carrie. I really fucking love this movie a lot, and if you haven't seen it, please go do so. The second one wasn't that bad. It's definitely very much a 90s movie. And a fun fact about Carrie, the music they use in Psycho for the shower scene, and no, I'm not making a fucking pun, they actually use the stabbing sound. They actually use that in the prom scene in Carrie as well.
That's right.
In the
That's right.
right where
that.
right, it's like right when she snaps into her killing. And it's like the din 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 din. So yeah. Anytime I try to tell people that, they're like, no, they're not. No, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, I think you need to rewatch both fucking movies. So, but yeah, I don't know where the fuck Jason is.
No, Jason. Oh, there he is.
Go ahead, Jason. Number 7.
Say the magic word, and he's there.
I don't know where the fuck Jason is. Poof, I'm here.
Whoosh. No, this is his line. Yo, listen. Here he comes running.
Hi, Max Caster. Okay.
Hey, bud. No, Lucas.
Dang it, no!
Go ahead. What's your number 7?
Okay. Okay. I'll do that line later. All right. Number 7. I'm not sure if this is considered horror. It in a way kind of is, but Jaws.
Yeah, that's horror. That's a horror movie.
That is definitely horror.
That's definitely a
Yeah,
horror
I
movie.
kind of saw it first as more action movie, considering the combat in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the ending of that movie where they have that final encounter with that giant shark. That was spectacular.
What's his name, Bruce?
Wow.
What's his name, Bruce?
And the
think
killing of the shark scene was well done, well detailed.
Oh my God.
When he exploded in the ocean.
Oh yeah, that was classic.
That was a classic.
All
Pretty
right,
much
Julian.
all the encounters with that giant shark is pretty much my favorite parts of the film.
Mm-hmm. All right, Julian, what's your number 6?
Yeah, I'm actually watching a scene from the 2002 Carrie thing. Oh my God.
I told you. I don't even need to fucking watch this shit to know it's bad.
That was a TV movie. Oh.
Yeah, made for TV movie. Yeah. That's a recurring theme with a lot of Stephen King things. I mean, they did it with The Shining. They did it with it.
Yeah. Well, the TV thing with The Shining, they
More
did
based
it.
on the book.
Yeah, they made sure it was actually based on the book.
Yeah, and Stephen King actually had a say in it.
Yeah. Didn't he direct it? Did you direct it, or did someone else?
I don't remember. I'm still trying to
I know
find
he
it.
was
It's
a
the
part
only
of the
one I haven't
process.
seen.
I know he
Yeah.
was a part of the process of making that
Because he
film. But
fucking hates Stanley's version. He fucking hates it. He said it for years. He's even talked to fucking Drew Barrymore about it.
right. Yeah. Anyway, number 6. I don't know if this counts as horror, but they made a musical based off of this movie, which was originally a horror movie.
Is it what I think it is?
The Phantom of the Opera. It's the Phantom of the Opera.
I'm trying to think if it would be I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, The Phantom of the Opera was originally made as a horror film in 1925 that was later brought up as a musical in 2004.
I thought you were going to talk about Repo.
Re-
You've never seen that? It's got Bill Moseley in it.
I know what you're talking about. I just try to remember exactly what happened in the film, but
It's good. You should see it if you haven't watched it in a while.
yeah, I know people are gonna argue like Phantom of the Opera is not a fucking horror film. Like, look at the history. It was the original 1925 movie was a horror movie that did get remade in like the late 80s, I think, as the same horror movie. But then it was made into a musical that came out in 2004, and of course everyone knows it as a musical instead of a horror. But it originally came from a horror film. And my version, I chose the 1925 version, and just the cinematography of it was just beautiful. I mean, I guess it was in black and white, of course, but I just love the cinematography of it, and the costuming and just the writing, just everything about that film was just amazing to me, and it just blew my mind. It was like they made a musical out of this, and it's a great musical. It's I will defend musicals till the day I'll defend certain musicals to the day I die. There's some musicals I don't really care for, but Phantom of the Opera is a great musical. I highly recommend everyone go see. I've never seen that in like a theater, and I need to. But yeah, Phantom of the Opera 1925. I think it was the start of a great legacy that people remember Phantom of the Opera for. But a lot of people just don't remember the origins of how Phantom of the Opera came to be, and people think it was just like, oh, it's just made in the 80s. No, it was made in the fucking 20s, which is fucking crazy to think about. It's just like, really, they came from that long ago? Yeah, you got to do your history, man. You got to look at all this shit up. And I watched the 1925 version. I loved it. And that's because I like old school movies. I love old school shit, like very early, like the 60s, 50s stuff. So, yeah.
Lucas, what's your number 6, brother?
Number 6 goes to another pretty much a classic one, and there's a lot of movies after it, but I went with the original one, Nightmare on Elm Street. The first one.
Oh, okay.
I was tempted to put the third one on there.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to put the third one on there.
So good.
But the
Both
first one to me just edged it out by those damn kills, those classic kills when one of them gets dragged basically to hell, and the other one is dragged on top of the roof. Like, just incredible. Just very incredible and very suspenseful. This is when Freddy was actually dark and not a comedic character. I'm looking at you, Freddy's dead. But but they made Freddy look legit in those first 3 movies. And again, like they didn't abuse those like the finger knife stabs, even though now we've seen the fuck ton of times now. But just there's no really lame kill in that movie. And also one of the favorite scenes I love is when the hand went up in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
It scared me, when I was younger. It's like if you sleep, Freddy's gonna come after you. And I would say I didn't sleep the whole entire day when I first saw Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't sleep a whole entire day because I was scared to be dragged or fucking on a roof. Like Freddy Krueger just reminds me of something of the demons that we have dealt with. It's like if you dream of something that is like haunting, like you have a haunting past, or whatever. He uses that as an advantage. And since the fourth one, I think the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise went down from there. I mean, I did like the Russ Craven New Nightmare one they made in '93. I definitely did like that one a lot. But the fifth one didn't like the fucking sixth one. No. And the remake was terrible too. And yeah. Just go watch the first one and the third one.
Only those ones. Well, actually, not just that one. The one from I think 1994. I think that's when it came out. But it's Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
That's what I'm talking about.
That one's a very good one too.
Didn't they remake that kill where we're basically wanting to get drawn on top of the roof?
I think so. I haven't seen that movie in ages, so I have to look it up.
So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, number 6. All right, Sid.
Mine might be a little bit of a shocker. My number 6 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I have a lot of sequels on my list. Yeah, I know, weird. So I like the second one because it's so funny. It's so stupid. It's so funny. It's so good. Hilarious. I also just love Bill Moseley. I love that man so much. He's fucking hilarious. The vibes of the whole thing are great. I like that they still somehow had a tie into the first one. But it was just more like funny and stupid. Like it was meant to be. I feel like that's what it was, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the entire franchise was meant to be. I mean, Leatherface was fucking it's Bubba. It's Bubba. Come on.
It's Bubba.
It's Bubba. I love him. But yeah, that's my number 6. Jason, what's your number 6, brother?
All right, 6 is gonna go to one of the new horror movies that came out this year, Smile.
Oh, you saw that?
Really?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it yet. Not
much spoilers here, but
yes, no spoiling, please.
It's definitely going to give you the creeps.
Yeah.
And it's worth going to.
All right, Julian.
Wait, why did Smile?
Number 5.
Smile when I did? Oh.
Man.
All right, go ahead.
My number 5. Well, I don't know how to introduce this because it's a big movie. It's a really, really big movie. I mean, there's only one way to.
Good choice.
Halloween 1, the original one, the first one. Mainly, sort of like with Friday the 13th, it was the start of one of the biggest horror franchises ever. I mean, yes, a lot of the ones that came out afterwards were either really good, mediocre, or just downright awful. But the movies gave us something to talk about. And this wouldn't have happened without, the first one. I mean, yes, Rob Zombie's version did give us more of the backstory of him as a kid. But I liked the original better. Mainly just because, I don't know, it was just shot better. It just was shot a lot better. It definitely felt a lot more creepier than the Rob Zombie one. I mean, yes, Rob Zombie's was meant to be creepy, but the first one I felt like was a lot more creepier. So, yeah, and just, it's Michael Myers, man. How could I not? So, yeah, number 5 is Halloween 1.
All right, Lucas.
What's
your number 5, brother?
Number 5, we top out this movie, and I'm actually got a tie. No, that's not a tie. I was gonna put Saw on number 5, but I was like, no, I like this movie a lot better. So number 5 goes to Carrie, the original.
Yeah.
So we, I think, reviewed this one a little bit ago, and when I first saw it again, I was blown away. I was blown away just how, like, first of all, the first scene of it, I was very uncomfortable with how they just, like, to keep throwing these, like, tampons at her or whatever the case may be. And also seeing what kind of pissed me off about it in a good way though was Carrie's mother, and just like again, just how like the made up morals is in your head, just basically trying to like be like just shove it down people's throats about it and such. But what I also like about it too, it's just like I feel like a message to me. Just do not just mess with the people that are quiet. Do not mess with people that are quiet because you don't know what they're capable of. And this made me kind of represent that when I saw the whole entire thing where basic fucking chaos happens with the prom scene, with all the telekinesis powers and everything. It's just a legendary scene, and it shows again, you fucked the wrong person. And one of my favorite kills in the movie when there was those like two, not those two people, but what I also liked about the original one is also just like how cinematic it was, and just incredible from start to finish. Just incredible start to finish, and there's nothing else to say about it. And I did unfortunately watch the remake one, unfortunately, and that one, was not even close to the original at all. And second of all, the ending just threw me off. The ending from Carrie, the original, was a lot better. So, yeah. So, thank you.
Now it's my time to finally talk about this movie because Julian didn't have any fucking words for it, but it's my time to fucking shine. It is Evil Dead.
Evil
The
Dead.
original Evil
The
Dead.
original.
The second one's good. Original is better, my personal opinion. The reason I think that the original is better is because it felt creepier. It felt like a campy film. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell made this film. They both, and I know a lot of people say, and Julian, this isn't really a call out, but this is, it's just how I see it. A lot of people think that it's just Bruce Campbell, and I can understand that, but personally, credit needs to also be given to Sam Raimi. I think it was definitely the both of them that really made this franchise what it is. I mean, the fact that Bruce Campbell has literally worked on every single project, and even if he's not in it, he's worked on everything. I mean, the fucking 2013 one, yes, he was technically in it at the end, but he still worked on it. The newer one, he worked on it. He's not in it.
But he worked on it.
He stated that, but he worked on it. So I think that it's the work of both him and Sam Raimi that really made this franchise and film what it is. And just, again, just how fucking creepy this film is. Yeah. I love that about older films. Is like, yes, a lot of the older, like from the 80s, are good because they're bad or they're dumb. And that's why a lot of people like them. But when it comes to the Evil Dead, it's good and people like it because of, again, it's going to be like another film that I mentioned on my list in the future. It's just ahead of its time. It's so good. It's a fucking classic. And I know a lot of people like Evil Dead 2, and the first one isn't really canon to the franchise, but I personally love it more. I love it nonetheless. It's my favorite and always will be. So that's my number 5. Jason, what's your number 5, dude?
5 is gonna go to Evil Dead 2.
Oh!
It's pretty much what you said there. I'll just leave it at that. You explained it, but I love the storytelling in this. It really got me hooked. All the intense moments and all the creepy moments, it really kept me on my feet.
All right. Julian, what's your number 4?
Number 4. I just got a question for everyone. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News?
Oh God, I think this is what I think it is.
If I could throw myself out of a window, I would.
Number 4 is American Psycho.
Okay, all right.
I know everyone has their own thoughts on, the film. Like, a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. I like it mainly just because, well, one, Jared Leto gets killed in the movie. Number 2, it's one of Christian Bale's most iconic performances. Like, and like I watched it was a GQ interview with Christian Bale going through his iconic characters. Just the amount of hard work he put into becoming Patrick Bateman was insane. Like he sat on this film for almost 3 years until the movie actually got picked up. Because like, he was a part. Like, what, I forgot when the film came out. Didn't the film come out again?
2000.
Was it 2000?
I think it was
I think
2000.
it was 2000. Yeah, quick Google
When
search.
did American Psycho get released?
2000.
2000. April 14th, 2000.
So, yeah,
Oh!
but yeah, the
That's
film
right after mine and Lucas's birthday.
Yeah, but the film was originally written in 1990. Like, it was written in 96, but it was pitched to Christian Bale in 97. And he loved the idea of the film so much, but no film companies or anyone wanted to pick it up. No one wanted to pick up the script. What?
Wasn't it a book?
I think it was it was originally a book, yes.
Is
But-
American Psycho a book? American Psycho is a novel by Bret Easton Ellis, published in 1991.
Yeah.
So it was shortly after.
I'm talking about the script for the movie was written in the mid 90s. Like, it didn't become a film until much later on. But like,
Obviously.
yeah, Christian Bale said like nobody wanted to make the film, and like just the process of getting that film made was such a pain in the ass. But how it paid off in the end was probably one of the best cinematic performances I've ever seen Christian Bale. I mean, obviously everyone says like, no, Batman was his best performance or other movies was his best performance. This really helped break Christian Bale out into the world. Like right when American Psycho came out, I feel like that's when everyone's like, okay, we can immediately go to Christian Bale to play this role. And, that same thing happened with Batman. Once he played Batman, like he was like, if they wanted Christian Bale, they could easily get him. Like a lot of people really saw how good of an actor Christian Bale was. And just the entire premise of the film is absolutely incredible. I mean, yes, the gore is there, the horror aspects are there, but it just tells an overall incredible story of a psychopath and just like what corruption and greed will get to you, and just like how insane it can make someone. So yeah, and I appreciated it. I really appreciated the film for what it was. It was just fucking incredible. And I know everyone in our friend group, we always like to make the joke of, you like Einstein Kills, you like this, you like that, because that's one of the most iconic film scenes of all time. Like like hell, even Huey Lewis himself made a parody of that scene with Weird Al Yankovic.
Of course he did.
Because of course Weird Al
It's
parodied.
fucking Weird Al. He parodies everything.
But it's Weird Al, so he can pull it off. But yeah, I love American Psycho so much. I love the story behind it. I love Christian Bale's acting in it, and the fact that Jared Leto gets his head chopped off with a hatchet makes it even better. So
Hey, Paul!
I don't know if he got his head chopped off. I just think he was chopped up.
Well, whatever, he's dead anyway, so that is a great thing.
But yeah, I just don't want to spread misinformation as well. All right, Lucas, what's your number 4, dude?
I got a tie number 4. I got Scream. First one.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I got Rec 3 at number 4.
Really? They made a third one?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So, some people have their opinions about it, and I get it. It is, hard to count those kills, how many people are fucking killed, how many are affected. But the reason why I love the movie of Wreck is the kick-ass scene with that fucking. I think it was the third or the second. I don't remember which one it was, but the kick-ass scene. Was it third? I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the original, but I don't know. I like the Wreck series just because, again, it's different. And this is made by people. I know they're Hispanics. I know that, but I don't remember where they're from. But what else do you need to say about Scream? What else do you need to say about it?
You might as well just not even.
Because you're gonna say a lot of things about it.
Yeah.
I would say one thing about that is one of my favorite scenes from the movie is they drop the television on his on somebody's head.
I love
I
it.
was like-
Lillard.
I was like, well, I guess he's gonna die for a while. And just the iconic scene where you
Just
just see
for a
this,
while.
just an idiot with a mask on. Just a plain idiot
Two
with a
idiots.
mask on.
2 idiots. 2 gay idiots.
Two gay idiots with a mask. Hey, it's me and you.
It is. I made a fucking tweet because I was looking up Ghostface masks on Google and there was a rainbow one. Lucas, I think you might have seen this tweet, but I tweeted out
Yeah, I think I did.
I tweeted out Billy and Stubby like it. I just put the
Ah,
picture of the
okay.
gay Ghostface mask. I love it so much. It's so funny.
I love that.
I love it
But-
so much.
But I think there's one scene of Wreck what I like where basically there's a woman with a chainsaw in a fucking bride dress. That's what I fucking love about that. I don't remember which one it was.
Which one?
but it's that
Explain
one-
it again.
It was the woman in her wedding dress had a chainsaw and killed all the zombies. I think it was in Wreck. I think it was Wreck.
Oh, I never saw any of them.
So
It might have been the first one.
I vaguely remember what that scene was.
I've seen the clips, but I've never seen the. I think it might be the first one.
I think it was the first one. Yeah.
but okay. Oh, the third one's the ship one. Okay.
Yeah, that
That's
was the
all
ship.
I'm
Yeah.
Third one, I love the ship one because again, I don't know what was about it. I just like how like it was taking place like on a ship for some reason. I don't know why. I just like it, and just like how it was affected, and then one of the affected people was the affected big boy, and there's something about that movie. I can't really explain enough about it because I remember it a long time ago, and I don't remember it now, but. Love those movies.
Yeah.
Child.
I want to bring up one more quick thing about American Psycho. That whole scene with him and Jared was completely improvised. A lot of people don't know that. That was completely improvised. The reason why, because Jared didn't even know that Christian Bale was going to kill his character. The reason why he did that and the reason why it was added to the film is because Jared Leto was apparently leaving used condoms in his trailer.
Yeah, because fucking Jared Leto's a disgusting piece of shit.
Exactly. So Christian was like, "Fuck you! I'm getting you killed from this movie early," and it ended up getting to the final cut. And so I just remembered that I was like, "Oh yeah, Christian Bale talked about that scene being improvised because of how much Jared Leto was a piece of shit."
I'll have to read the book to see if it's in that. But anyways, my number 4. I know I've talked about this movie a bit, but I feel like it deserves more recognition and love. It is, I believe it came out in 2001. It is a Canadian film, and it is by the name of Ginger Snaps. I fucking love this movie. This is the movie that turned me fucking bisexual. It's the movie that turned me gay. It is. It is. I remember so vividly watching this movie for the first time. I'm like, oh my God. Shit. I don't even know how old I was. I was very young. I was very young though. Yes, it's so good. It's a werewolf movie.
I remember this. Yeah.
There is a second one. The second one was good. And fun fact, the actress that plays She-Hulk is in the second one. She's a little girl in that one. She did very, very good.
Really?
Very, very good. Yeah.
Really?
There is
I did not know
also a
that.
third one. It's not the best. I didn't really care for it. But another thing too is the two actresses that play sisters, so Ginger and Bridget, they're both in Supernatural, but they don't interact with each other. And the girl that plays Bridget is Beverly in the original It. Fun fact. Yep.
What?
Yep. This is weird that I know this, and sometimes I wish I
I'm not
didn't.
surprised that you know
But
this.
listen,
You're
I
a
love horror.
encyclopedia.
I love horror. But Ginger Snaps is so good. I know a lot of people do compare Ginger Snaps and Jennifer's Body quite a bit. The difference between that is that Jennifer didn't turn into a werewolf, whereas Ginger does. I still, regardless of me saying, much about the movie, I do think that you should still watch it. At the time, it wasn't well received, but I feel like a lot of more people know about it now, compared to then. but it's still very underrated. It's a very, very good movie. I really love it. Again, it turned me very, very gay. So there's that. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. It's such a good fucking movie. Oh, fun fact too. The main dude, I think his name is Sam in the movie. He is in Final Destination.
Oh, he is.
He is in the third Final Destination. Yep. I wish I didn't fucking know this, but I do.
I remember the third one because the fucking roller coaster scene.
Mm-hmm.
And that fucking nail gun scene.
Yeah, he was the goth dude. I love it. I loved it. Oh. And the other dude that fucking Ginger hooks up with in Ginger Snaps is also in the third Final Destination film. He's the one that dies on the roller coaster.
No way, really?
Everyone died on the roller coaster. What are you talking about?
No, he's the boyfriend that does actually die, not just in the premonition, but he was the one in the front with the friend.
Wasn't that one where he got cut, like the premonition cut in half with that pole thing, that roller coaster? Not was what he got cut because the premonition the roller coaster he got cut in half.
I think someone did get cut in half, but I don't remember who it was. It could have been him. I genuinely don't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen it. But if you can't tell I really love Ginger Snaps, then that should tell you enough. Jason, what's your number 4?
You didn't know you loved horror, then.
Listen, if you could ask me anything, I'm sure I'd fucking know it.
All right.
Number 4 is the first Scream movie.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Wait till
That's
our
called
upcoming
taste.
episode to see my thoughts.
Oh, you're not even going to talk about it? Okay, bitch, I'll talk about it then. Fine.
Yes.
Julian, what's your number 3?
Scream, so,
Sid is the aficionado of horror. But number 3, Sid brought it up in their honorable mentions, and it's my number 3.
Psycho.
Psycho. The original Psycho, of course, the best Psycho. Even though Psycho 2, 3, and 4 are not bad.
I haven't seen the third one or the fourth one. I am very nervous. The second one wasn't terrible though.
Second one was iffy, I definitely think. I definitely think you'll enjoy the third one for sure. I don't know about the fourth. I have not seen the fourth one, so I don't know what to tell you about that one. But I definitely think you'll enjoy the third one whenever you watch it. But Psycho, like, you want to talk about one of the OG horror movies, one of the OG, like, scary movies. Like, I mean, yes, looking back at it now, it's not, like, the most scariest thing, but, like, I don't know, when I was younger and I saw that shower scene for the first time, and when I saw the reveal of Mother, I was fucking terrified. Like, actually fucking terrified. And just the way it was shot, and it was just such a cinematic masterpiece. Like, people consider this movie one of the greatest movies of all time, not just in horror, like just one of the greatest movies. And I agree. Like, it's such an iconic movie that everyone of every generation knows about. And yeah, like it's one of the biggest movies of all time for a fucking reason. Like, if you talk about iconic scenes in movies, everyone always talks about the shower scene. A lot of people will bring up the shower scene because it's that iconic, and it really showed like how horror was made. Like, that was pretty much the beginning of what would become the iconic horror movie genre, because horror wasn't big back in those days when those films were made. I guess they were talked about, but not a lot of them were made.
I think when it comes to the 60s, I will agree with you on that, but 70s and after, no, I will agree with you on that.
70s and after definitely was like when horror movies started getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Especially the fucking 70s and 80s and the 90s.
70s, yes. I mean, and obviously, there was a lot more like the horror. There was horror before Psycho. Like I said, the fucking Universal,
Nosferatu and
the monster movies. Like, yes, but they were iconic movies, but they could pale in comparison to how iconic Psycho was, because it wasn't based on like a fictional, like a crazy creature character, or crazy anything. Like, because you had the Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and all that stuff. This was like one of the first couple horror movies where it was based on like, oh, a real person is actually a killer.
Being fucking weird.
And fucking insane. Exactly. So, like, again, that really helped change the face of what horror would become. In that sense of like, not every horror film like had to be like based on a creature or like a crazy character, like a fictional character. It could be based on real people as well. We've seen many horror movies that are like that, based on real people, like real people just being crazy. Because I feel like if it wasn't for Psycho, we wouldn't have a lot of that. It would be mainly just all like the crazy characters, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Those are all based on crazy iconic characters. Psycho helps, I guess, kind of break the mold of that. I mean, yes, The Shining definitely did that as well, because Jack Torrance. And
Thank you, Stephen King.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute, but there were. I mean, yes, like you could talk about like the twins and all that stuff being crazy characters, but like they only had a brief moment in the film. The real horror villain was Jack Torrance.
I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that later.
I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. But yeah, Psycho is my number 3, iconic.
All right, Lucas.
Huh? Oh.
Number 3, brother.
Number 3. I saw this movie actually while I was at the beach last year. Yeah, it was last year. I was watching it with my uncle and my cousin. We saw 2 of these movies, and I haven't seen the third one yet. I'm talking about The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, I love that one. That's the best one out of that fucking franchise.
Let me tell you, that movie, pretty much, I didn't sleep the next night. I was like, no. I thought, I looked at my closet. I looked at my door. I'm like, I hope someone not come in here, please. No one come in here right now, please.
Not the Crooked Man.
But
goodbye.
There's like one scene that just absolutely scared me. I think it was the kid, like the kid got possessed, and he started just like this branch fucking up the kitchen, and just like, oh god, it's like I was like blown away with that, and the ending too. The ending made me cry, and I was like, holy shit, that was a roller coaster. And I love the first one too. I haven't seen the second one yet. I think. Okay, what was the second? I don't remember what the second one was about.
Second one was London.
It was. I know it was in London.
The little girl got possessed. I think this was 70s or 80s. I don't remember. It might have not have been. It might have been before. But a little girl got possessed by an old man who lived in their house prior. I know that the Crooked Man was involved. The Nun was involved in this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew the Nun was involved.
Which I haven't seen the Nun yet, so nobody fucking spoil it, please. I heard it was bad, but I still need to watch it.
But just overall, that movie just again got me into like the more paranormal kind of stuff, the more ghosty kind of stuff. I'm still trying to get into that. I will see the third one eventually. Again, I'm gonna see how that goes. But the second one's a classic to me. If you haven't seen the second one, or even the first one, please go ahead.
I'm gonna let Jason say his third, and then I'm gonna go because I probably won't shut the fuck up about it. So go ahead, Jason.
Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Really?
That high?
Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. I believe it came out this year.
I also haven't seen it, so don't spoil it yet. You can talk about it, just don't spoil it.
I'm just gonna say that it's mostly based on the second and third Resident Evil games.
Okay.
Yeah, it involves characters like Leon Kennedy. There's Claire. There's some of those police officers involved in the games. And there's a tyrant. There's a nemesis. They have like all the characters that were in the games. So that's what I'm gonna say.
All I'm going to do is show this Funko Pop. I could have shown something else, but I'm deciding against it. Who wants to take a guess? Lucas, take a guess.
It's not. Scream's gonna be high for you. I don't think it'll be Scream. I'm gonna say The Shining.
The Shining. What?
It's number 3.
Scream?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I actually guess it?
No,
Oh,
you said The Shining.
I already know you're number 2 and 1. I already fucking know.
So, the reason Scream is at 3, it is,
Oh,
it's so good. It's so phenomenal. I literally remember seeing it for the first time. Like, I still get goosebumps even thinking about it. It was when HBO, late at night, was when they really showed a lot of the horror movies. So, I have, like, vivid memories of watching movies for the first time. Like, I remember watching Pet Sematary 2 for the first time. Like, you know, especially Scream. Scream was another one. Probably the main one that I fully remember watching. And I just remember loving it so much. Like, I just remember when I was sick, I would sneak out of my room to go lay down on the couch and just watch movies and TV because what else am I supposed to fucking do? I was sick. So I remember just, you know, laying down on the couch. It was like maybe 2:00 in the morning. And Scream was on. And I fell in love with it. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was just, it made fun of pop culture and a lot of the horror movies that were around. And that's what Scream is. And that's what a lot of people that don't like Scream don't understand.
Yeah.
And I wish that they would. Now, the Scream franchise has some good, some bad movies. I think the 4th one was done well, storyline wise. But I don't like the cinematography of it. It looks like they took a fucking paper towel, had Vaseline on it, and wiped the fucking camera and never cleaned it again. I fucking hate that. It's so bad. But bad storyline, but good cinematography, the 3rd one. That's what I will say. The 4th one had a good storyline. The fucking cinematography in the camera, it irks me. But I would rather watch the 4th one than watch the 3rd one again. Which, fun fact, 2 people from Grey's Anatomy are in that show or in that movie, and Carrie Fisher's also in it. And a fun fact about the original Scream, Linda Blair is in it. Of course, I'd fucking know that.
Of course you know, yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's more.
There is actually more. Fun fact, Dewey. So David Arquette
David Arquette's in there?
and Courtney Cox were married. So they were actually together behind the scenes. And then they got divorced. So they had to do the movie together for the first time.
I remember that.
There's that. Also, I could literally go on for hours. I might have to save some of this for when we review Scream.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of shit that went on behind the scenes. Like the high school that they were originally supposed to film in, they told them last minute no. So they had to figure something out, and that's why at the very end, at the credits, you see them talk about that high school. That's the high school that told them no last minute, so they had to find a new place to film. The second one actually got leaked. So the original killer for the second film was supposed to be Sydney's college roommate and her boyfriend. But it got leaked online, I think. And so they had to change it last minute. I think that this one is better than the roommate and her boyfriend, because we already saw that with Scream. We saw that with Billy, you know, her boyfriend. So I'll definitely save a bunch of my comments for when we talk about Scream. But that is my number 3. I know it's very shocking.
But one.
It's my number 3. I know, it's because listen, I love Ghostface. So, like, I literally have 2 Funko Pops. This one was a scam. So it's a fake Funko, but I customized it myself, so it's a bloody Ghostface, and then this is the real Ghostface. So I have two. I have 2 masks. I have so many shirts. I have 2 knives. I I have him in a game. Like I love Ghostface. I plan on getting a fucking Ghostface tattoo at some point to start my leg. But I love Ghostface. I think Scream is so good. It's so funny and it's just I love it. It's a part of my childhood. So, Julian,
Oh, yeah.
what's your number 2?
Number
Oh,
two.
Hold on, let me. I think I gotta do something real quick. It's
Oh.
well.
The Shining.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna watched it.
You can't do that and expect me not to. What do you mean?
I was gonna say wait until I say it, but not gonna stop you.
Here's Johnny.
No, honey, darling, I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't understand what I said. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
That's not
The
quote.
Shining. Oh, the fucking
He
Shining.
heard me.
No, I did not.
I said that's not the quote.
I don't care. I don't care.
Wendy, darling, light
Of my life. Okay, I forgot.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash him right the fuck in. And then he giggles. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to say it. Continue. I had to say it. I'm sorry that I know that. I wish
say
I
anything now. I don't need to say shit. I already know what your number 2 or number 1 is, so you're already gonna be fucking talking about it. But I will. Yeah. See, I know you. I know you way too fucking well.
I'm sorry. I wish I didn't know that quote off the top of my head, but I do.
Yeah, you do, but you didn't have to say it.
Yes, I did.
You should have let me go along with it.
You said it wrong. I didn't want you to.
Nothing matter. Okay. Shining. Fucking hell. You know what? Fuck it. Sid, you go ahead and talk about it. I don't even.
No, not yet. Lucas, go ahead. What's your
Number-
number 2?
And then me.
Then you.
Number 2. Goes to a movie I think we reviewed, and since we reviewed it, it's almost edged my favorite movie of all time. But it just didn't, just because I've seen it. My favorite one is recently, and it's still my number 1. But number 2 is The Evil Dead.
Yeah. What the
And
fuck, Julian?
Julian is down. Julian is down.
Black Hawk
Julian
down.
is down.
Black Hawk
1,
down.
2,
2, 3.
Don't make me pull
Julian
a
got
Rhea.
slapped.
Don't make me pull a Rhea Ripley and get out them brass knuckles.
Oh, I'll get it.
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get a steel chair under his head, and I'll whack him with the Kachantha.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Lucas. Keep talking, brother.
My Corey
And
Taylor
Julian's
neck.
gonna turn to edge with his neck. But anyways.
That's my Corey Taylor neck.
Go
Oh
ahead,
yeah.
Lucas. Keep going.
So with this one, to me, I love just again how creepy it was. You get like just scenes where I guess one scene we're in the woods, and that one was kind of uncomfortable to me. But overall, my favorite things is when the people got the axe and just start chopping up one of the like, I don't know, if it was infected or just like I don't know what the hell to call
The
it.
dead.
Just the dead in general. Just the dead. Just chopped up the dead in half and just all these pieces. And I remember one of the actors that did the part had like their hand up or something like that under the force.
Yep, that was his girlfriend.
And I remember just like overall, it was just a start of something. And how it just ended too was just like, first of all, that's kind of scared me a little bit. First of all, I didn't expect all that. And then after the ending of the first one, I immediately watched the second one. Immediately watched the second one, and I was just like, holy exactly what a movie that was. And just how like they did like one I think it's one of the scenes where oh god, what was I don't remember from the top of my head, but just overall just how creepy it was and just like comedic and just overall just movie was just yes. Just yes in general. All
Wow.
right. Who's that?
Jason.
Jace in.
Go ahead.
You're out.
Halloween 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, badass. One of the best horror characters out there. Yeah, I love his mask, and I love how creepy he is. Not saying a word and just going up to people and just murder them.
Yeah. Doesn't have to say anything. Michael Myers.
Doesn't say anything.
Michael's a badass with a fat ass.
Michael is a man of
I
not
guess
so many words.
And
That's
he's
Man.
a peaceful guy trying to murder people.
Are we good? We good?
Yeah, we're all good.
Man, it's getting a little warm in here. You know, my number 2 is The Exorcist.
How did I know?
Come on. I mean, I have Linda Blair right there. I fucking love this movie. It took me a while to fucking see this movie just because I couldn't find it for so long. But when I did, oh my fucking god, it is so good. I know a lot of people are scared of it. Even back in the fucking 70s, people were fucking scared of it. But it's really not that scary. It's really not. It is way ahead of its time. The cinematography is fucking phenomenal. Linda Blair at 12 years old did a phenomenal fucking job. And it's such an iconic fucking film. I mean, you know, the classic line, your mother sucks cocks in hell. I mean, come on. It's fucking phenomenal. It's the pea soup. It's partially why I don't like peas. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's no, thank you.
Anyway.
But I will say the second one was good. Third one was good. That actually has Brad Dourif in it. Fun fact. And they are making 3 more Exorcist films. I'm very nervous. Just because Linda Blair herself has said that she is not coming back for this upcoming film, which makes no fucking sense to me. They will be bringing back the mother from the original film, which is fucking stupid. You should have brought back fucking Linda Blair. Because when you think of The Exorcist or you hear The Exorcist, you think of Linda Blair. You do. Whether you know who Linda Blair is or not, you know that face. You've seen that face. But it's such a good movie. I mean, it's why I don't fuck with Ouija boards. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't need no Captain Hottie Pazuzu bitch up in my house. No. I don't need to be possessed. Thank you.
I don't want to be possessed. No.
I'm already fucking mentally ill. I don't need any more. I don't need more shit on top of it. Anyways, Julian, what's your number 1?
I'm gonna can I guess?
You want to guess Julian's number 1?
What is my number 1?
I already know what his number 1 is, but I won't say it. Go ahead, Julian.
I'm gonna guess the 1980s.
Yeah. No, don't say shit. Don't say shit.
He wants to guess.
You know what? Guess it, Lucas.
I won't say it.
Okay. I don't think it'll be not the second It, not the 2017 It. I think it's the 1980 It.
1990.
90.
Well, allow me to introduce myself.
I was wrong.
I knew it, so I didn't say nothing.
The reason why it's number 2014.
2017.
Whatever. The reason why it's my number 1 horror movie of all time, this got me into fucking horror. This movie got me into horror movies. I loved this movie so much because it brought that creepy ass. It's just creepy as hell. I didn't know what to expect from it because I've always been terrified of clowns. I used to be absolutely horrified of clowns, except for the Joker, obviously. But just when I was younger, I just always was terrified of clowns. Until this cutie patootie came out.
Hey,
I don't know why. Yes, Pennywise is creepy as hell. He's a scary ass clown. But he always had that sort of weird charm to him. And at the end, like when they were just bullying him, I kind of felt bad. I kind of feel bad. I'm talking about the second one.
You
When they
felt
just-
bad for that bitch ass clown?
Because here's the thing, he was an absolute creep that got made fun of. People thought about that about me. People thought I was weird for liking metal, and they made fun of me for it. So that's the only reason I relate to Pennywise.
Yeah, but he turns into shit that you're scared of. He eats children, Julian! You relate to a child eater?
Whoa. Hey. I don't think I'll be around you, Bam. I am not. I'm out. No.
So
Julian!
And then he
Keep
just keeps going.
Keep going, dude.
God, you ruined my flow, man. What the fuck?
And
Trying to be-
Lucas is abusing his chair.
Lucas
No,
is
that's my thing.
terrified. Lucas is terrified.
God, I'm trying to be all like serious and shit, but for real, like I don't know, he did have some weird, like I just love I love the crazy characters. I just love his character, and I just love the actor that played him. I love they couldn't have picked a better person to play Pennywise in a newer Pennywise movie. Yes, the original is great. Don't get me wrong, it's a great movie, but this movie just brought that creepy ass aspect to it a lot better. And of course, Stephen King did have a big say in this as well. And like, because it's his fucking film. Did he have a big say in the original?
I think so. I don't know how much of it, but I know the second one he was in. He was literally in the second one.
Yeah, no, he was a part of the second film. I do know that. And yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Chapter 2, it was hit or miss. I mean, yes, there were some scary aspects to it, but this was the creepiest out of all of them, I think. And gory, a lot more gory. The fact that people still quote "You'll float too," and he used the fucking Georgie as a fucking ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, he used that bitch like a puppet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Jeff fucking Dunham, but a clown. Jeff's an
Right.
even Lucas, you're
One.
up.
What's your number one, brother?
Number one. Okay, this is the movie that got me into horror, and I think the sequel is a lot better. Not a lot better, but just better than the first one, just because of this one specific kill that I love in it. But number one is Child's Play 2.
Yeah, that's the one everybody loves. It's either the first one or the second one.
Yeah, and I also like the Cult of Chucky too. I like the Cult of Chucky.
Really?
I really do like that one. I don't know, something about Dolly Chucky running around just made me laugh. I don't know.
You'll like the show. You'll like the show then.
You will love the show for sure.
You will love the show.
And honestly, with this one, this is the movie that got me into horror.
Mm-hmm.
This was the movie that got me into everything. First of all, it introduced to basically our favorite horror doll is basically 2 feet tall and basically gonna stab your kneecaps off. And
Not just your kneecaps.
more than that. But just like the concept of just like a evil, like a person that was a murderer, like in a doll's body. That just makes something special. And the opening scene or like the beginning scene when he was out of the school closet and he fucking hit the teacher with a fucking ruler, and I was like, well, that's what you get, bitch. That is what you get. And one of my favorite kills of all time is when the one of the workers over there was on the got cut, that Chucky slit his throat, and then after that he got his eyes replaced by like these googly kind of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then one of my favorite characters from that. I love Andy, but also I love the what's it?
Kyle. Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle. I love Kyle.
Loves
Kyle
her.
is one of my personal favorites. I don't. It just reminds me, she's a kick-ass person. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And just yes, just this movie just brought it back to me. And it's one of those movies again that doesn't have very much those one-liners, but it didn't abuse it. The third one really abused the third one, like the one-liners of Chucky,
Yeah, they did.
and I didn't like the third one and the concept of that, honestly.
Yeah.
And also, like, I've grown with the Bride of Chucky. I did not like it at first, but I've grown with it a little bit. I did not like Seed of Chucky.
Really?
I did not like Seed of Chucky. I did not like it at all.
Not even the fact that his kid is gender fluid?
I like that. I like that concept. Just the movie just threw me off.
It was like so ahead of its time. Like that's why people love it. So like a lot of queer people love the Chucky franchise is because they implemented.
I love Gwen. No, don't get me wrong. I love Gwen, but just some of the scenes with Chucky in there, like I don't remember which one it was. I forgot which one it was. Bride of Chucky has the doll sex scene. I don't know what.
I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
But just some of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. This is the thing about horror movies. It's not like when it comes to like franchises that we love, it's never supposed to be perfect. It's never supposed to be like a perfect series or anything like that. I do think though, like recent Chucky, like the TV show, like some of it I watch, I definitely do love. Also really like then again the Cult of Chucky, the Curse of Chucky, like those two ones as well. So Thomas Place has got me, and again, I hopefully Gwen is hopefully back. I hopefully see Gwen again.
Just wait, you'll see.
As he just wait, I have a feeling.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Anyway, all right, Jason.
Like, I definitely want to say one more thing about the Child's Play thing. Like that whole franchise, like I definitely did enjoy the first. I did enjoy the first one. I love the second one. Third one, I enjoyed to an extent. I mean, there were certain things I didn't really care for about it, but I loved it for what it was. Same with the Seed of Chucky. I enjoyed a good portion of it. There were some scenes that I was not really big on, but and I love
big on the whole movie.
For what it was. And I loved The Bride of Chucky. A lot of people hate The Bride of Chucky. I love The Bride of Chucky.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
It's like, not meant to be taken seriously. That's the thing that fucking horror elitists don't fucking think of. They don't. It's not meant to be serious. It's funny. It's stupid.
Forget that, The Bride of Chucky was the Seed of Chucky. Was that meant to be taken seriously?
No, of course not. There's a fucking scene with the doll jerking off. What do you mean? Of course, it's not meant to be taken seriously.
Hell no.
Come on.
There were some people that took that movie seriously
because they have a stick up their fucking ass.
Yeah, but the Curse of Chucky I thought was great. Wasn't really huge on the Cult of Chucky. I thought the movie was okay, but definitely not the best. There were definitely aspects of the film of Cult of Chucky that were great. Don't get me wrong, but the writing definitely was a big factor on the Cult of Chucky. Same with the Curse of Chucky. Some of the writing was not great on that film, but yeah, I love the films for what they were. They were never meant to be taken seriously. They were always about this crazy concept, and it's a great film. It's a great film franchise. I mean, yes, some films are better than others, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, and the thing with the Seed of Chucky, just some of the scenes where to throw me off. I did not hate the whole movie. I just didn't like the whole majority part of it. I don't know. Just again, it kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But some of it I just cannot go back to. I cannot really go back to that movie, honestly.
I get what they were trying to do with the Seed of Chucky, but yeah, I do agree. Some of those scenes definitely did make me feel very, very uncomfortable. And I think you could definitely agree with me on that, Lucas. Some scenes made me very, very disgusting inside. It was a doll masturbating. Yeah, that's
kind of the point of it, though. It's not meant for you to feel comfortable.
I know it wasn't meant for that, but I don't like feeling uncomfortable, like disgusting uncomfortable watching movies.
All right,
Uh,
Jason, what is your number one, brother?
You guys were pretty much talking about it. Child's Play.
I knew it.
really?
All right, well, say
Are you
what you
kidding
want to
me?
say about it then.
Okay, well, I like how a doll comes to life and murders everybody. Yeah, it's pretty much a toy come to life. That that is a cool concept for the horror movie world, I guess. I'll put it at that.
Didn't they ever make other like toy horror movies?
Annabelle.
Well, I mean, aside from Annabelle, like I'm not talking about dolls.
Was it Bandit Doctor one? No, not Bandit Doctor. Was that one?
What didn't they
What?
didn't they make a Pinocchio horror movie? I swore they did.
I don't know if they
Yeah,
did.
probably. I don't know.
I don't.
I
I
think
know
they
there's
did.
the Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh one.
I enjoyed
I'm
the
curious
first.
to see how that one goes. I'm
I
actually.
feel like. Did you see the trailer?
I did.
I did.
It's like one
The
of those
first
horror
Child's Play
movies
movie.
that's like so dumb and stupid that it looks good. But anyways, Jason, continue.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first Child's Play movie and also the TV series. That's pretty much when I started
Yes.
watching the Chucky series more. So yeah, I pretty much just like how a toy comes to life and murders everybody.
When did that come out?
96. This is a real thing. Pinocchio's Revenge.
I mean, I just don't
I
know
gotta
if it was very big.
I pretty much learned about Child's Play from the Ice Nine Kills album, Welcome to Horrorwood.
There you go. I mean,
That's pretty much where I found it.
I feel like it's
honestly,
From Assault on Batteries.
I do have my thoughts on Ice Nine Kills, and that will never change. But I do.
Okay.
The one thing that I do like that they've done, and why they've done it is it's gotten more people into horror and see that it's actually not a big deal. Like it's not as bad as people think it is.
exactly.
Including me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm one of them
what
too.
you're doing. But again, it's just one of those things where, as much as I still have my thoughts about them, and that's never gonna change.
Yeah, I appreciate what they've done.
Yeah, obviously, and I will always say that, they've done a lot for the horror community, and I know that they always will. But they have
Playing games.
way back in the day with they literally had a fucking shirt that said Ice Nine Kills on it with Michael Myers from the 6th film. So they've been doing this shit for literally years. But it wasn't until 2018 that they did.
They
Well,
didn't
technically not, because they did
Every Trick in the
Every
Book.
Trick in the Book. So back in 2015, technically. So
But yeah, like 2018 wasn't until they started really capitalizing on the horror.
on the horrors. Well,
musically,
musically, we'll say musically.
yeah, musically, they didn't capitalize on the horror movie aspect in the
Yes.
lyrics and the music until the first Silver Scream came
Yes.
out.
So, all right. I mean, come on. Come on.
All right, Sid, let's hear what you got to fucking say about this movie.
What don't I have to fucking say about this movie? It's so fucking good. The only thing that I don't like about the movie is I'm saying the N-word. I don't agree with it. I never will. It's when they're in the bathroom. Jack and the dad that's the butler. The dad that shot, the Grady dad that shot the twins. He's
Really?
the butler.
I don't remember that.
Yep. It makes me uncomfortable every time. Anytime I watch it, I mute it because I shouldn't hear. It's not for me. It's not.
Yeah, I didn't even know
So
that.
I
Wow.
will not agree upon. I never will agree upon that. But if we took that out, if that was not in there, I don't know if it's in the book. I have not gotten that far yet. I'm literally like, and there's like a couple pages in here that are for Dr. Sleep. So I'm literally like halfway done with the book. But and I will acknowledge that yes, the book is different than the film. I do think that when it comes down to it, I think I like the book more. To be completely honest with you. And the reason is because not just because, Stephen King didn't like it, but I understand why. He wrote this book at a very personal time for him, and he himself saw himself as Jack and his son as his child. because Stephen King was also an alcoholic and was going through kind of the same thing. So he basically put himself in this book. And at the end, Jack gets a redemption. He comes back and he tells Wendy and Danny to leave before they die. So obviously that doesn't happen in the film. We all know that. And it sucks that it didn't, because I feel like it would have been so good. But I do like Stanley's version because of how creepy as fuck it is. I do like that. Which, another fun fact about Stanley, he was actually supposed to do The Exorcist, but turned it down. And quite honestly, I am glad that he turned it down, because The Exorcist is perfect the way that it is. And I feel like Stanley would have fucked that movie up. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Now, I will say that I do not condone, I don't agree with Stanley Kubrick. I think he's a piece of shit. Thank God he's dead. I mean, fucking, he caused so much trauma on that set with Shelley Duvall. She has PTSD from it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And fucking Dr. Phil exploited that. Exploited her fucking mental illness. And she even said in I think it was recent, I don't know how recent, but I know that she said that family and friends told her not to do the Dr. Phil interview, but she didn't listen, and she wishes that she had, because he exploited the fuck out of her mental health. It was really bad, and I will always
hate Dr. Phil for that.
Oh yeah, he does it with everybody. But I think that this movie is really, really good. I think it's creepy on so many levels, and it was done well, but I don't agree with
The bathroom.
how. I mean, there's literally footage online. You know, you look it up on YouTube, you see, you know, Shelley Duvall is literally laying down, and Jack Nicholson is trying to comfort her, and fucking Stanley Kubrick's like, don't, she's a waste of time, blah, 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 whatever. So he was a massive piece of shit, but the film is good. I do enjoy it. I think it's creepy as fuck. I think the story is unique, and I really, really like it. And it's very iconic. I mean, here's Johnny. Hello, come on.
Here's Johnny.
But I will say that this movie gets referenced a lot. In a lot of things. You know, Supernatural has referenced it so many fucking times. It's fucking crazy. Just in the first season alone.
SpongeBob even mentioned it in one episode.
It's fucking crazy. Like,
Really?
it's a good movie. It really is. I have not seen the TV version, though. That's the only one that I haven't seen. I have seen Dr. Sleep, obviously, as it's on my list. And I think Dr. Sleep was a good follow-up. I really do. I really think that the ending to that was what Stephen King wanted for the 1980 version of The Shining, and I think that getting that was great, and I think Mike Flanagan did a phenomenal fucking job on it. So, I mean, we will talk about that more, and I will announce that at the end when I talk about what we will be reviewing and talking about next. So, with that being said, let's get on with outros. Julian, go ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Cinematic Analysis. It's a pleasure to be back on. I miss doing this with y'all. This is Horror Movie Month, and Stanley Kubrick can go fuck himself, even though we kind of did Into the Grave. But yeah, like, that dude has made so many fucking weird ass horror movies. Like, hell, he made A Clockwork Orange, so that tells you how fucked up he is. And anyway, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope to be back on for more. I hope you enjoyed all of our lists. If you agree with our list, let us know. If you don't agree, I guess let us know for sure. Just don't get in any arguments in the comment section, please. And follow me on Instagram, HeavyMetalJoker_music. I post album reviews and every sort of music-related content all the fucking time. I'm going to try and expand on more of my content and not just make it album reviews and concert videos. But we'll have to wait and see. And you can find me on the Moshcast every now and then as well. And please go support them on there and go support Crash and Burn as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And Heavy Metal Joker's out of here, bitches.
All right, Lucas, you're up.
Okay, big stretch.
Oh, fuck.
Stretch. All right. So,
You're right.
So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Cinematic Analysis, where we did our top 10 favorite horror movies. I'm glad to actually sit down and actually rank these. It was difficult to rank, but it was worth it. But yeah, again, TikTok, you already know, Lucas_Redmaker. Instagram, Lucas.Jason336. I will be posting my Halloween costume here eventually. And I will say, judgment is coming. That's all I'm about to say. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about doing that again. For Moshcast, I think we're doing Boundaries. I think next week.
They're coming out with a new album, so we're doing.
So we're doing Boundaries next week. Crash and Burn. We're doing our review of Extreme Rules. So actually, stay tuned for that. And I'm pretty much you're gonna see my reaction where I basically go ape shit, and you basically saw me just basically jump out and gave best friend a kiss. But anyways.
Yes, he did. He did that.
I'm not even lying to you, bro.
He's not.
But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And you'll see me later on, as I'm trying to get out of this damn sofa.
I gotta bring this up real quick. I just tossed my hatchet in the air and I missed it and it hit me square in the nuts. So
I didn't need to know that.
I'm in pain right now.
I didn't need to know that.
Oh.
Rest in peace, your nuts.
I'm sure everyone's gonna know why I'm in pain. Jason, you go.
I didn't
I'm
want
just
to
gonna
know
go.
that, but okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
All
Jason,
right.
go ahead.
Thanks for watching Top 10 Horror Movies. Yeah, for this month, we're actually gonna do episodes every Sunday instead of every other week, like how we usually do it. And Sid is gonna explain the reasoning for that one once they go. Extreme Rules review coming up, and I got a message from Nicholas, saying that Fantasy Booking is coming up as well, so he'll be free for that. So I guess stay tuned for both Crash and Burn episodes upcoming. Moshcast, of course, Boundaries coming out with a new album. That's gonna be done. Bearing Brightness, and yeah, if you don't know about that band, check out the other Boundaries review we did with Max as well back then in February. Hopefully he gets to make a return on that episode too, but we'll see.
Oh, is it my turn?
And
okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you guys so much for watching this very special episode of Cinematic Analysis, where we talked about our top 10, but in some cases, top 20 horror movies of all time. Yeah. You want to get that out in one breath. But so, as Jason said, we are going to be doing an episode every single Sunday, and that is because for most of us here, just for this month, is because this month is pretty special to a lot of us, if not all of us, because horror movies are such a big, pivotal thing in our lives.
Games in my case.
Yes, games, movies, books, whatever may have you. It's just such a good thing a lot of us have in our lives, and something that keeps us going, and a lot of things that a lot of us have connected with one another. So our next episode will either be top 10 horror video games, or it will be top 10 least.
That's the next episode, actually. Top 10 horror games.
Yeah, it depends, because if there's not a lot of people, then we'll do top 10 worst or least favorite, I should say. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. We'll keep you guys updated, of course. And then after that, we will be reviewing the Scream movie, the very first one.
Yeah.
Number one.
And then after that, of course, episode. We have to review The Shining. And that is because in December, it is Random Movie Month. And since we are automatically watching The Shining, that means that we are automatically watching Dr. Sleep. Because
in December.
Not? It's a follow-up. You gotta fucking do it. I mean, come on. You gotta. So, that's Lucas. That's Jason. That's Julian. I'm Sid. Obviously, be sure to check out our other podcasts. They'll be linked below. And follow everyone's socials. Also linked below. Go check out everything that we've done. Go do it. What are you waiting for? Go fucking do it. Do it now. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
I'll blind you.
I knew that was gonna come up, Sid.
Anyways,
know.
we'll see
I
you for
love
top
Paramore.
10
What do you want from
horror
me?
video games.
But
That's
anyways,
what we get.
anyways, again, that's Lucas, that's Julian, that's Jason, I'm Sid. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Cinematic Analysis, and we will see you next Sunday. Peace!